Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So, looking at the 8 hour, we've got the oscillator starting to group back to the upside in a downward trend. We're kind of messy at the moment. Not as a clear picture as what I'm seeing on the US indexes, but for me at the moment, we have broken through a fairly significant level at 13,059. So that is something we need to pay attention to. Then we also just need to pay attention to the weekly. So we had this tweezer bottom some time back. Can't exactly remember when it was. I think it was around late April, somewhere around there, where we had these two tweezer bottom here. Took off from that, rejected the 155 EMA, then came back. Question is this a pullback? Is this now a higher low? So you can see rounding bottom forming. So that's the one scenario. The other scenario is we're just coming back up for a rejection for another leg down, and there is the next weekly level up there. So if you look to the left, you can see that zone is fairly significant because we have played around in there for quite a few years. So I would be very cautious right now on the DAX. Right, moving on to the 8 hour. So we have broken through this area here. Don't really trust it that much, but stranger things have happened. I think for me, I'd want to see us reclaim 13,279 and build a base there before being convinced that we are going to try and recover. So, looking at the 3 hour, clear little rounding bottom formation here. You can see over the last 2 weeks. Oscillators are gripped to the upside. Definitely don't want to be stuck long at the moment. However, crossover the moving averages and a break of the 155. So this area here at 13,059, and I can just move it a little bit further down to 13,036, and you probably round it off to 1300. If we get price coming back into this area and building a base, let's just get across to the hour. That's the level that we need to be looking at today. So you can see on the hour, Friday, we got the break and we ran away from the moving averages. Oscillators group to the upside. Don't want to be long there. I want to look at what's happening down here. So this 1336 to 1300 area, that's the zone we want to pay attention to. Now, there's a lot of free money being thrown into the market with the price of energy in the European Union. So from what I'm reading, that they have put in 500 billion euros aside for, what should we call it, subsidizing the energy costs. And that's in the UK and through the European Union. So we don't know how that's going to impact the markets and how the markets are going to react to that. Remember with COVID, when governments were throwing money into the COVID scenario, the markets rallied. So is the same going to happen, or is it going to be a different scenario this time around? Anyway, just keep it in the back of your mind. There is a political and sort of a geofactor that needs to be looked at as well. So for me at the moment, trend is up at the moment. It's a little bit tired, so I'd be looking for pullbacks. 15 minutes again is the one to pay attention to, and you can see my oscillators in the 15-minute easing off. So that just means I need to pay attention to the gap. So you can see moving averages moving up to the upside, pointing up. So any pullback here, first one is going to be 13,117. If we get through that, expect us to get back into this range. See if we can build a base off the bottom of the range at 13,036. I'm not even going to bother looking further than that, because I think if we drop below 1336 and then come back and test it, more than likely going to have a bit of a deeper pullback, and that's what the higher time frames are telling us anyway. So that's kind of my view today. Look for structure here, 13,117, and also as far as 13,036. In other words, there, and the only logical choices are basically like that. So that's 13,091. So 13,100 obviously is the zone you need to pay attention to. Drop below that, then you're looking at 1,300 being targeted. That's kind of my view for today. Anyway, hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.